The Berenstain Bears and the Big Blooper. Written and illustrated by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Cubs learn new words every day, including some that they should not say. This is the story called The Berenstain Bears and the Big Blooper. You can read along with me in your book. You know it's time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring, like this. Ding! Let's begin now. Sister Bear was just beginning to wonder what to do with herself one afternoon when the phone rang. Ding-ling-ling. Ding-ling-ling. It was Lizzie Bruin asking her to come over to play. "Bring your dolls with you," said Lizzie. "We'll play a house, and later on we can watch a movie." "Great," said Sister. "I'll check with my mom and be right over." A visit to Lizzie's house was perfectly right with Mama Bear. In fact, she had a lot of gardening to do that afternoon. Sister and Lizzie were always a pleasure to have around. But if they played over at Lizzie's that afternoon, Mom would get more work done. Sister put her dolls in their stroller and hurried over to Lizzie's. Lizzie was waiting for her at the door and helped her carry the dolls upstairs to her room. Sister and Lizzie had been playing house with their dolls the last time Sister visited, so they just picked up where they left off. Sister's doll Amanda had been pestering her mother, played by Lizzie's doll Christy, to let her bake cookies in the kitchen. "Now, Amanda," said Christy. It was really Lizzie's voice. "You know I have a lot of work to do around the house. I don't have time to help you bake cookies." "Oh, gee, Mom," whined Amanda. It was Sister's voice. "I never get to bake cookies. You never let me do anything." "That's ridiculous," said Lizzie. "We baked cookies just yesterday." "But I want to bake cookies now!" shouted Sister, getting into a roll. "Stop that shouting!" yelled Lizzie. "Don't speak to me in that tone of voice. You'll be sent to your room in another minute." Before Sister could yell back and get sent to her room, Lizzie's mother came to the door. She looked a little frazzled. "What's all the shouting about?" she asked. "I'm trying to make some phone calls, and I don't need all of this commotion." "We're just playing, Mom," said Lizzie. "Can't you do something quieter?" sighed her mom. "Can we watch a movie?" asked Lizzie. "I suppose so," agreed her mother, heading back downstairs. Lizzie and Sister brought their dolls into the family room and settled down in front of the TV. "Hey, look!" said Lizzie. "Here's that movie that Barry rented." Barry was Lizzie's older brother. "Let's watch that." "Okay," agreed Sister. The movie was called Trouble at Big Bear High, and it looked pretty grown up. It was all about teenagers in high school. Sister didn't understand a lot of it. The teenagers in the video got angry and upset with each other, and Sister didn't always understand why. They teased each other and made fun of each other's clothes. They used a lot of words that Sister didn't understand. Whenever the teenagers got angry or upset, they said words that Sister had never heard before. She figured that these words were sort of like phooey or fudge, but more grown up. She whispered one or two to herself. They sounded pretty good. When the movie was over, Sister and Lizzie played with their dolls some more, then went outside to ride bikes. Finally, it was time for Sister to go home for supper. She gathered her dolls together and headed home, thinking about the movie she had seen. She wasn't sure whether she liked it or not. At the table, Sister began to tell Papa, Mama, and Brother about the movie. She told them about Big Bear High and about how teenagers there got angry and upset and teased each other and made fun of each other's clothes. That's very interesting, said Mama, not paying too much attention. She was busy with baby Honey and Papa was already busy eating. But Brother looked up. I saw that movie with Barry, he said. Didn't you like it? Isn't it a little old for you? No, said Sister, offended. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. She waved her hand to show how great it was and knocked over her glass of milk. It spilled all over the table. Sister was about to say, oh, phooey, or oh, fudge. But one of the words from the movie popped into her head and she said it real loud. There was a pause. Mama, Papa, and Brother stared at her with their mouths open. Uh-oh, thought Sister. What did you say? Gasped Mama. Mumbled Sister. I forget. Papa was speechless. He just sat there with his fork halfway to his mouth. Brother was turning away, trying not to laugh. Where in the world did you get that from? Asked Mama, folding her arms. Well, stammered Sister, and it all came out. All about Lizzie's mom having to make some phone calls about finding the movie Barry rented, and about the grown-up words that Sister never heard before. I see, said Mama thoughtfully. I have to tell you, Sister, that the words you heard on that movie are not nice words. There are words that no cubs should ever use at any time. I don't care how angry or upset they are. Do grown-ups ever use those words? Asked Sister. Brother snorted, trying to hold in a laugh. Mama looked at Papa. She said. What? Huh? Said Papa, coming out of his trance. Oh, yes. Well, Sister, sometimes, once in a while, grown-ups do use words like those. It's like when they hit their thumbs with a hammer, or when they stop their toe real bad, or when they run the hose over with a lawnmower, or when the kicker muffs a field goal. And that's quite enough, thank you. You? Said Mama firmly. The point is that nobody, not even adults, and certainly not cubs, should use words like those at all. They're simply not nice. Now let's clean the milk off the table. Later, when Sister was getting tucked into bed, she thought of something. Mama, she said, if those words from the movie are not nice, then why do cubs and grown-ups use them? Mama sat down at the edge of the bed and sighed. Because, she said, it's easy. It's an easy way to seem grown up. It's an easy way to get attention. And, she added, after a while, it gets to be a habit. A bad habit. Sister, said Mama. Yes, Mama, said Sister. Her eyes were closing. Does that make all sense, dear? Said Mama. but Sister was fast asleep. The